Several years ago, I was challenged. A pastor friend of mine, Pastor Tom, challenged me. He seen the numbers of the opioid epidemic rising in Philadelphia, and he asked me a question: what are you going to do about it? My name is Pastor Ben Rosario, founder of the Table Ministry. We serve the homeless population in Philadelphia and other cities. What we did was every Saturday morning at 7 a.m. we would set up a table, give out hot dogs and drinks. So we decided to do that for several weeks, but one thing that we noticed that our 70 hot dogs and whatever meal we would put out there would just go that quickly. Well, it started with two tables in North Philadelphia, the opioids mecca, one of the largest open drug markets, possibly in the nation. Our desire is to fulfill Matthew 25, and it's important that we tell everyone that partners with us that this is not about us. It's kingdom-minded, that if we come together as one, we can be more effective. Many families that have lost loved ones, they find healing in serving other individuals. They find healing in just loving our friends, which we call, who has a similar addiction of their loved one that they've lost. And we've seen families that serve with us that has lost 3 generations of men in their families. There's testimonials of that. It's unfortunate, but it's a reality. If someone lost their loved ones in the street and they know and find out that they've come across a ministry that loved on them, because I can tell you, many of them don't live after our meal. It's sadly to say, we lost 22 in one night. Last year, if I'm correct, there were over 1,500 overdoses and deaths in Philadelphia. So if any of these family members receive the news that their loved one came across a group of believers that loved their beloved ones unconditionally and loved them where they're at and gave them their dignity, I'm sure that that's something that would give them the cushion to help them in the midst of those crises. We've seen some of our friends come back and say, I'm ready for treatment. So what we do is, if they're serious, we ask them to wait. We'll take them to the program and we follow up with them. When we follow up with them, we give them all the necessary clothing and whatever resources they need at that time that we can reach. We do it so that they can continue in pursuit of the happiness and the joy and the transformation that is needed in their lives. Lisa and John was a couple living in the streets. She was pregnant. She just came at me in an adverse, negative way, week after week, but I continued to press the love of Jesus in her life. She was about to give birth several months ago. So the city, because she became clean for a short period of time, it was sufficient enough for her to keep the baby, and they were going to give her housing after the birth of the child. When we heard the news, an opportunity came up. A friend of mine's mother was being moved to a senior citizen home, and they basically gave us all the furnishing. So we were able to get all the furniture from kitchen, dinette, living room, and bedroom with 2 screen TVs. We collected all that furniture and we were able to put it in storage so that when she gave birth, she would be able to have all that she needed in her new apartment. So that was a blessing, and that is part of our ministry. So much more than food. We do feed, but Jesus said, follow me and I'll make you fishers of men. The food is just a bait, and it allows us to do a little extra pending the needs that our friends, which we don't call them addicts, we don't call them homeless, we call them our friends, because we look at them at their potential. So we were able to bless them. She gave birth to a beautiful child. No sooner that child was born, they text me to inform me of those news, and they're doing well to this day.